Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk about my iPhone home screen and how iOS 14 has given me a way to rethink how my home screen works. And I don't know if this is going to be a good idea or not, and I don't know if it's going to be a thing I stick with in the long run, but I wanted to take a look at a different sort of home screen that I've set up that I haven't been able to do previously. So through iOS 13, you were only able to put icons on your home screen, and the customization that you could do was effectively you could put them in the folders, you could change the icon for some apps, and you could have notification dots on them so you could see if something had happened in a specific app. And so you'd always have to go into it. And so it was basically a launch pad, if you will. And so you would use the launch pad to go into things, check things out. And that can be a rabbit hole. That can be a thing that you get stuck in. You can tap into your email to see like what just came in, but then you see the rest of your inbox. Or you like see a news notification in Twitter, and then you want to see what are the 1,000 other tweets in my timeline. So it's a thing that can happen where you suddenly are looking at your phone for way more than you want. And so what I'm trying to do is partially use my phone less, but partially I want to just be able to unlock my phone and then see, here are the things that are important to me. I don't have to go into the apps. I don't have to like wonder, what does that 1 mean on my certain app? What does a 3 mean on another app? Like I can just know right away. And so let me take you through the experimental home screen that I'm using right now. So you can see I kind of have a mix here. I've got 5 spots for widgets, and then I still have 8 app icons on my home screen. And so if I look at kind of what do I want my phone to help me do? What do I want it to help me do better? What do I want it to just make me feel in general? I think that I want my phone to make me feel productive. I want it to give me good dopamine hits, right? And I want to be able to kind of like see how I'm doing towards the goals that I have for myself. And so you can kind of see that on the front here. I've got weather right at the top left, which is just, I always got to know the weather. Like I live in the Midwest, the weather changes day to day. You got to know what the weather is. So I like having that there. And then I have up in the top right, I have fitness. And then what's kind of cool is that I'm using the Smart Stack feature of iOS 14. So right now it's showing me my activity, which I'm exactly at my move goal for the day. And then I've doubled my activity goal. I'm almost at my stand goal. But if I swipe down on it, now I see my step goal. And so this is through a different app, HabitMinder. And so this is showing me my goal there. And so I can basically stack these fitness things all together. And so I only have 2 there, so I can just cycle through the 2, but I can put as many as I want. And so what iOS will do is cycle through these throughout the day based on what it thinks is more interesting at any given point and show me each one. And so that's really, really nice to have. I could add more here if I'd like. Then I have kind of news and inspiration. So I'm using Apollo's widget right here. This is showing me an image from a few selected subreddits that show you kind of just nice photos. This ITAP subreddit is I took a picture of something, and then so it has a lot of interesting photos there. So I get to see a nice photo sometimes, and I have that also set up with Apple News, and that shows me a top headline right now. The next block is all about productivity, and I only have one widget here, and that is the Things widget. So these are looking at my today tasks, showing me the next 4 that I have. These are actually mostly little like reading notes, but then I see an 8 up there showing me I have 8 tasks. If I tap and hold into this, I can edit the widget and choose what list I see, and I can actually filter specific tags if I'm using tags. So you can customize this to look at whatever you want. I just like to see my today view. That's where I kind of live in Things. And finally down here I have FoodNoms. This is for my food tracking. I'm using this to track my food, and it's really nice because it shows me exactly how I'm doing towards my calories goal. I can actually customize the widget to show something different. But what I really like is that if I hold down on it and edit the widget, you'll see I can choose the goal I want to look at. I'm looking at my calorie budget. I can choose other goals if I want. And then I can set an open action. And this is set to scan right now. So if I go back to the home screen and like I just want to tap into this, it's going to go in and immediately open up the scanner. And so I can scan a barcode if I'd like, or I can just go back and search for it or whatever I want to do. So that's really nice, being able to do that. And you can see right there, the Apollo widget actually just refreshed, and now I get another cool picture. That's really nice. And then there's a few apps that I do just want to get access to quickly, my photos, my camera, my podcast player, YouTube Studio, these sorts of things. Reader is my RSS app of choice. I want to have access to that at all times because I like to check my RSS feeds pretty regularly. It would be nice if they had a widget. It would be very nice if I could see kind of like a more rich view of what items are in there, but hopefully that'll be coming soon. The RSS Reader Unread added one, and that's pretty nice. It's just not the app that I prefer, so I'm not using it. And then, there's all these other things, but the real big thing here is all these widgets. These widgets, I can basically turn on my phone, look at all of these, and then be, okay, I know what I need to do next in terms of productivity. I know the weather. I know how I'm doing towards my food goals. Like if I'm like walking towards the kitchen and I happen to open up my phone and I see my calorie number is too high, maybe I won't grab a snack. Maybe I will and I'll just log it. It'll just be easier there, but it's just nice to be able to track these things and see them more at a glance. So that's how I'm using it right now. That's how I'm using widgets on my iPhone home screen. And I'm really going deep on it. I'm doing a lot of stuff with it that I'm not necessarily going to keep up forever. Like there may be things in 2 days where some of these are gone and I'm moving more icons onto the screen, or I'm just taking widgets off and I'm going to have more free space. Things could change, but I wanted to kind of get these thoughts out now because I thought it was an interesting chance. iOS 14 allows more customization than ever on the home screen, and I wanted to take that opportunity to start thinking differently about my home screen and see what else is possible. And maybe I'll go back to what I had, or a kind of a hybrid is most likely. We'll see what happens, and I'll of course keep you informed here on The Better Computer. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.